Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us this morning. At 9 a.m., we will close our social media and continue on Zoom only. Join us by getting your Zoom link at elizabethvisionaryconference.org. We will be there until 10 a.m. You can join us now, and we'll see you in the Elizabeth Zoom room. Today, your hosts are Mama Raziya Curtis, Andrea Hetheru, and Deitra Covington. Enjoy. All right. Well, I guess we can just start off with God is good.
All the time. That's all I know.
I know, right? I know. So the holiday was good for everyone?
Yeah.
Yes, it was a nice, peaceful day. I got out in the garage and started pulling out stuff for the event for the Festival of Colors or Concert of Colors.
Now that's coming up, right?
Yeah, it's the weekend of the 22nd, 23rd, 24th.
Where's that going to be?
Where
is that going to be?
Oh, you know what? I have to look at the flyer.
Is it still down at the
I think it's still down where it usually is. Off Woodward over there.
Yeah, Woodward and Mac area.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's
what is that? The orchestra? That's not the orchestra hall, is it? No.
No, I don't think so. I think it's probably close around there though, like right down the street.
Well, Orchestra's Hall, the next street is Mac.
Yeah, right.
Right, Orchestra's Hall. Right in the middle, and then the next light is Mac.
Yes, okay. And it's the orchestra hall, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys, I just went to the orchestra hall maybe last month. That was the best experience I've had in a long time. I forget that classical music is a high megahertz, right? So the concert was 435 hertz. So we were very close. We were in a box seat, right? The one right up front. And by the time that concert was over, I was like this. I was so clear. I was so expansive. I was like, oh, I need to come to the concert more because everything I had going on got blew out. I was like, whoa. Just sitting in that high vibrational music for an hour and a half.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's something else.
And it's a lot of diversity at Orchestra Hall. Lots of Black folks come down there. I'm like, okay, so when the Black folks doing their thing, I got to come and support.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's beautiful inside there.
I just got off on being able to sit in live high hertz music, just to sit there and be with it. I listened to it on YouTube, but the beat in it was a whole different experience.
You listen to classical music?
Yes, I do. When I really got to shift something, I go there. I do.
Yeah. When you got to shift something?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, because classical music takes you to the high mind. Takes you right up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Grand Rising, Deitra, you made it.
Deitra.
Grand
You good?
Rising, Hetheru.
Mama Hetheru. Other ladies made it.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Rising.
Rising.
Yeah, your fearless leader is kind of having to take a little sabbatical and take care of herself.
Oh, Mama Raziya.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Grand Rising, everybody.
Grand
Grand
Rising.
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 Seems my phone, my camera's not working. Let me go. I can stay in, but I gotta fix my camera. How's everybody doing today?
We're good. We're winging it. Deitra's in the midst of moving, so she's in and out with her internet.
Yes, I just got her message on my phone. Just got
Mhm.
the message.
So we said, well, we might have to wing it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I got my wing girls on here, got Evelyn on here and Reverend Omani. So, you know, we're never short of conversation, things to say.
Y'all made it just in time because we was about to go.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, not go. I mean, we was about to start a conversation, not
We'll
go.
let's go ahead and start it. Let's see where we go. It's all
Well, I know, Mama Evelyn, you were asking a question, and I had to do the opening.
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead
Yeah.
with your question?
Yes, Mama Armani, I wanted to know when you will be starting your next session on A Course in Miracles, because you hit the nail right on the head about us being lack in commitment. That's one of my things. I like to do what I want when I want, but
Yeah.
I like the fact that I committed to this program. At least for the summer. I'm not sure how. I'll probably get on here later after RJ returns back to school, but I definitely want more involvement in A Course in Miracles. And what I was saying is that Reverend Nicole, who is with my listening partners group, she does it, but it's like once a month. And yeah, I need it more than that, because I have been waiting for years to do.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but just think about it for a moment. Okay, so we're saying that we're taking on being masters of life, right? And our guidebook for being a master for life is the Course in Miracles.
Okay.
And I don't mean for life, like for life, but like for life. When we show up, life shows up. Because we're around, life shows up. We are for life. Oh, but you only go practice once a month? Huh. How's that gonna go for you? Not gonna go well.
No.
Not once a month. If you want to master anything, they're out there all day, every day, as much as they can, whenever they can. If you want to master something, and so one of the things that I've learned is Florence Scofield Shin, life is a game, and we just don't know how to play it. So first of all, if it's a game, then we got to learn the game, and that's the first thing is we don't know the game. And what we do is we just throw a whole lot of mud at the game and hope something stick. So you got to learn the game. You got to play the game. You got to love the game. And then you got to win the game. Right? So that's, so yeah, it's serious. It's serious, but not significant. But Sheila and those guys, they just started with me, but I'm not playing about it. Like, you got to be committed. You got to be there. It's like, and not like a gotta, it's a commitment to yourself and your word to yourself, to the highest power. Well, Jesus, if you can't do that, just lay them on down because you're done. You're done. It's for
Bring
you.
your camera down a little bit, Omani. There you Yeah, thanks.
It's for you. It's for your highest self. It's for your highest good. But Evelyn, just like you said, you can't make me and I ain't gonna. Okay, well, for your highest good, that's what you get. You tell the universe, I ain't gonna and you ain't gonna make me. The universe give you more. I ain't gonna and you can't make me. So then you start to have a life look like that. It's just like yesterday, I noticed when I get on the call, I go, this is not my hour. And so last night when I was going to bed, my spirit said, well, if you say it's not your hour, it's not your hour. I'd never get up. But today I got up. I was like, oh, because I said, okay, I released that. It's my hour. I'll be up and I'll be ready. And I was up and ready. Sheila was like, what? You here? Yeah. Yeah. I gave it up. Yeah. I can hear myself. I practice this so much. I can hear my disempowering conversations. But our disempowering conversations have become so programmed, so indoctrinated, so in-seated in us, we can't even hear ourselves talking. And then if somebody try to correct you, you go, uh-huh, and keep on saying the negative thing that you're saying. Jesus Christ, somebody help me, please.
Yes. Yes. Are you speaking the truth? You speaking the truth.
Yeah.
I started saying something yesterday and I said, oh, back up. That's not true. That is not truth at all.
Right.
Not at all. Let's rephrase.
The greatest thing is remembering to stop yourself in the middle of that thought and say, nope.
Wait,
Take
oh
that
my
back.
God. Oh my God, it's so deep. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get the book. Yesterday, the other day I was reading about Isis and Osiris, right? So one time, Satan killed Osiris and Isis brought him back. The next time, Set dismembered him, cut him up, sent him down the river. And Isis looked for years. She found him, used her magical powers, the powers of healing, and put them back together. But the second one, what she did was she remembered him. I fell out. Because that's what we have to do. We have to remember ourselves that we've scattered all over the place. We don't know where we are, and we got to go. That's saying Kofi, you got to go back and fetch it. We have to remember. And we'll notice as we continue to read the Course in Miracles, how much they say, remember. It's like we know who we are. We have to remember, pull ourselves back together where we've lost pieces of ourselves. So, yeah. So Evelyn, yeah, when you come, you got to be ready to play. I don't have too many bench sitters.
I'm ready to play.
Okay. Well, I just started a circle, so it'll be a minute. I don't start them, and I don't start them because I say so anyway. Holy Spirit tell me start another circle. I go, okay, I start a circle.
Okay.
So I just started this one, so it'll be a minute.
Okay.
Right. But last year, at one point, I was leading 5 circles at the same time. But my breakthrough was tremendous. My breakthrough was tremendous. It was hell because it's like, spirit just constantly shooting holes in my BS, shooting holes in it, and I'd be like, ooh. And so after a point, I have to release it. I have to give it up. And, after I did all that, I was like a new person, but also grew as a teacher. So that's that.
So there you go.
There it is. Yeah.
So she'll definitely
person.
She'll announce when the next one comes.
Yeah. So Evelyn, I'll keep your number, but it'll be a minute. Okay. At least, yeah. Usually how I started, if I have one group that's starting, before I start another group, I'll wait till they get in the middle of the book. So then I'm reading at the beginning of the book, in the middle of the book. And then as they move toward the end of the book, I'll add somebody on. So I'm not reading in the same place. because the group I have right now is the biggest group, but I was I'm like, I better split these people into two. And it's like, oh no, read in the same place twice. Oh no, we're not doing that.
Oh, yes.
No, not doing that. So I just kept the group. I just kept the group big. But Queen of Dune, girl, I got rave reviews from your partner.
Oh, you talked to her yesterday?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What'd
It's
she
like,
say? What'd she
it's a-
say?
first she was like, oh, she mean. She told me like what happened. She's like, oh, she mean. And then after y'all got to talking, she was like, oh my God, this is the perfect partner for me. But Holy Spirit picked y'all as partners because I didn't know who. I was like, okay, who go with who? And
Yeah.
so yeah, so it's like, but I was also thinking some of y'all partners y'all not gonna like. So that's gonna be interesting because y'all not gonna like everybody. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Well, I had
So-
tried to connect with her and stuff, and what number I had picked out of the chat was someone else's number.
Oh,
And
okay.
so but I got, she had texted me and said, this is Alicia. And then when I was trying to connect anyway, we finally connected, but she was a little short, in what.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just said, I just, I don't know, is this something, because you're kind of short?
Wait a
Well,
minute, it's so
I'm
cool,
not.
but this is the
I'm
part
not.
that's
Now, so then I just, okay, let me weed this out and, finally she broke.
yeah, this is the part though. She said, all y'all around that age, y'all ain't playing. Y'all going, is this, or this? Which one you choosing? I'm like, I ain't got that much time. The most of my life is behind me. But I got before me. I ain't got time to play with y'all no more. Placate you no more. Be nice. Or hold my tongue so you could be okay with me being who I am.
Right.
Freaking over it. So that's that. I'm done with that. So no, and the game we playing, it ain't that deep, and you want to make it real deep, and it's not that deep. But we're trying to make the game that we're in really deep, and it's really not that. When they said it's not that deep, that was the truth. It ain't that deep.
Right.
Mama Marnie, I like that you said that. One thing that I noticed is that I wrote down on Facebook, my post was, don't stop being you because I'm being me.
Oh, earring.
Don't stop being you because I'm being me. You're supposed to still do whatever your task or whatever you've assigned or whatever your task has been given, your gifts, whatever. Don't stop doing those because I'm being me. The opposition is here for a reason,
Yeah.
to help us grow.
Yeah.
Because we only look at things from the eyes that our experiences and what we've seen.
Yeah.
Then, and then somebody comes along and trips us up on the path and we like, oh, you tripped me. No, you supposed to be paying attention.
Yeah.
It's just like people complain about the toilet. This is my one thing. People complain about the toilet seat. The house that I grew up in, my father and my brother never left the toilet seat up. I didn't have that battle in my household. But then again, I thought about it. I said, dang, men must get tired of lifting that seat too. And if you never lift the seat, you never see what need to be cleaned up around it. So there's a lesson there. So we have to have those lessons on the path, stones, dips, gaps, or high weeds. I don't like to call plants weeds. All plants are plants. High plants in the yard, in the field. Sometimes they get cut, sometimes they're not. We got to be okay with all of that because it's a part of life. If you don't have any opposition, anybody to challenge you,
I was just saying,
Yeah.
high unappreciated plants.
Yes, I like that.
Unappreciated plants, right? Yeah.
Yes. So, we
Yeah,
have to. We gotta do that sometimes.
Yeah, but Mama Hetheru, what you're talking about sometimes is for people, it's a long process to get to where what you just spoke about. Some people get there right away. Some people get there on a longer trek, and some people don't even ever get there.
Right.
Okay, so it's like, yeah, it's like an awakening. Like the whole process you just talked about is the awakening process, right? See, we all know people in our life done hit their head up against the same wall about 10 times and still about to go, oh, it's some cheese. Remember this one? Listen, rats are
You know what I
smart.
tell them? I say when you get, I tell my friends, I don't, they, relationship or whatever they dealing with, and they keep going, they go daily. Let's say it's a position or a job they have. They first of all, I tell them when you get tired, and after a while, I have to tell people, I'm not talking about this with you anymore. I'm
Oh,
done.
yeah, definitely.
I love you,
Well,
but
let me
but
tell you,
until you come with solution, we not talking about it no more.
yeah. Well, it's a couple of things. Like one of my favorite ones is rats are smarter than us. If you put a rat in a maze, he go and put some cheese at the end of the tunnel. He'll go down each one of those tunnels, check each one of those openings, sniff. Go, ain't no cheese down that tunnel. He don't go down that tunnel. He'll just keep going until he smell the cheese, and then he'll go down that tunnel. Who we are is we'll see. And we go, ain't no cheese down that tunnel. You go, oh yes, there's some cheese down this tunnel. I'm going
Go
down
in.
here. Don't tell me. I know it's some cheese. You go down there, and then you get beat up, beat down. Then okay, well, wasn't no cheese down there. I thought it for sure. It was some cheese down there. It's sort of like when you put your keys somewhere and them keys not there. It's the same kind of thing. You keep going to look at the place where your keys not for your keys. And it's part of the human dilemma.
Conditioning, yeah. I know. Now, speaking of losing things, my husband telling me stop saying that you don't lose things. Um, when I do that, when I've misplaced them and I'm looking for them, they're usually where I kept going to the most. And I'm at a point now where when I'm looking for something, I I start over looking for it again and again because 9 times out of 10 they're in the area where I think they're where I left them last, and I've been finding things much easier that way because they may not be where they're supposed to be, but they're in that same area. And just having patience with yourself, when you do misplace something, and maybe it's because you're not supposed to go anywhere at that point, to know how to follow spirit and being patient again. If you have somewhere to go and maybe you don't see where the keys are, that I think that to me that's the answer to saying you're not supposed to leave right now, probably preventing you from something else or protecting you from something. And we get all bent out of shape. You're not supposed to be there right now. You have to wait until it's the right time to move, you know. And just being patient with self.
Yeah.
Same thing with your friends, with people that you know and love. They have to learn their lessons as long, just like you learn yours. And then you wanna help people and cut that corner. You don't want them to have to deal with a certain thing, but you that can't do that. They have to learn the lesson that it is for them to learn.
Mm.
Well,
You
I
can
call
share.
myself I call myself the Cliff Note teacher. We ain't gotta read all them books here. I got the Cliff Notes. Now, if we can go through, but we ain't got to go through all of that. I got the Cliff Notes, and I read all the books. I'm the Cliff Note, and I will give you the technique to how to get over that hurdle. And if you take the coaching you over, and we on to the next thing,
Yes.
that
Yes.
now becomes a lesson learned in your treasure chest that you can pull out to use over and over and over again. You know, listen, one organization I participated in, they used to say suffering is optional. If you're suffering, is optional. You don't have to suffer. But as I've continued to grow and learn, suffering is obsolete.
All right.
It's obsolete. It's
Right.
like AOL dial-up. If I told you, Mama Hetheru, I'm going to hit the room, I'm going to give you AOL dial-up free for the rest of your life, would you take it? No, not AOL dial-up. E-I-O-E. And that's how our suffering feels when we're dealing with it.
Right.
You have gone down the wrong tunnel if you're suffering,
Right.
right? And then, yeah, it's so many things if you really look, because people didn't keep up with what was going on in business, they became obsolete.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So suffering is obsolete. If you're suffering, it's only because you're choosing now.
Right.
Hmm.
And then
Or you haven't put in place the practices you need to be in a non-suffering state.
exactly.
I have to read this. This is so right on. Okay, this is in The Greatest Secret by Rhonda Byrne. She's the one who did The Secret.
Secret. Hmm.
And this is the following behind that book. And it says, um, whenever we suffer, it's because we believed something about ourselves that isn't true.
Hmm.
We've mistaken our own identity. All of humanity's sufferings comes down to a case of mistaken identity.
Mm.
Yeah. Truth is, you're not a person who has no control over what happens to you in your life. You're not a person who has to slave at a job you don't like, only to die at the end of it all. You're not a person who has to struggle from paycheck to paycheck. You're not a person who needs to prove yourself or who needs anybody else's approval. Truth is, you are not really a person at all. You are most certainly having the experience of being a person. But in the bigger picture, it's not who you are. Yeah.
Ashay.
It isn't the way, wait, let's see, let me see. This is oh, okay, this is a book. It isn't the way it happens, appears to be. You aren't what you think you are. Anyway, so yeah, this is a really good book about separating, it's actually about being, you had said the word, they use this word all the time too. I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. Anyway, aware. Oh, okay, so this is the mind's cover up. We're so used to knowing ourselves through our troubles, our dramas, and our obsessions that awake awareness, which is our true nature and our basic goodness, is hard to accept as our true identity. Awake awareness is the name that Locke Kelly uses for awareness. He was just talking about the, wait a minute. And it is just one of the many different names used by teachers, past and present, to describe what you are. Awareness, awake awareness, consciousness, cosmic consciousness, being, Buddha nature, Christ consciousness, God consciousness, spirit, the self, infinite being, infinite intelligence, unlimited being, true nature, true self, presence of God, presence awareness, pure consciousness, pure awareness, and many others. All these words are describing exactly the same thing, the awareness that you are.
I was, I was, I was like, when you was reading, I was going, those all like the same for me. Okay, what's this? I thought you was about to tell me something new. I was like, those all sound like the same thing to me. Buddha nature, Christ consciousness. I'm like,
That's
oh,
who
what?
we are.
So then I got interested. I'm like, okay, what's this?
You. Yeah, this book really just gets rid of all that stuff. And like when Mama Ayaba, when she wrote me, she texted me in the beginning of all this, and she said, your person. I'm like, my person, who is she talking to? I had to get that understanding of that it's not me. I'm the awareness, and to work from that perspective. Anyway, good morning. Hi, Mama. She's in Detroit right now.
What?
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good
Yes.
morning. Good morning. Yes, I'm going to reach somebody. I'm leaving today. And
Oh
I haven't reached nobody, but I'm going to reach somebody before I leave today.
Yeah.
no.
My
What
number,
side of town are you on?
I got well, if you know between Wyoming and Livernois,
I'm
up
there.
6 Mile and 7 Mile off of
Yeah.
Curtis. I'm on Green Line off of Curtis.
Oh, don't play. Don't play.
Why?
What time you
Cause I
You
live
near?
near there. I live near there. That's why.
Okay, as soon as this is over, we going to see each other.
I need.
It's on. Get ready for me. Well, good morning. Excuse me. Grand rising to all.
Grand
Right,
Rising?
Grand Rising.
And I'm coming to wherever y'all meeting at
All right.
before you
All
leave.
right.
Gotta get
I'm
over
not going to leave.
there.
I'm not kidding. I'm not leaving without touching somebody, hugging somebody, looking you in your eyes.
All right, I love it.
Mm-hmm. You
I
starting off the day
Okay.
right. What's the
Where
name
you
of that
going?
book?
Where you going?
Huh?
Where are you going? You say you're leaving to go.
Oh, I am originally from Detroit, Michigan, but due to marriage and life, I end up in Indianapolis. So Detroit's still my home, and I came back in because this is the time that my whole family and siblings get back together. This will be the only time I get to see them out of the whole year. So I make sure I get back this way.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
And then she's coming back
Grand Rising.
on the for the festival. She'll be here, and all of us will be getting together.
I heard such a oh, it's just all over. People are just talking about because it's Hart Plaza again.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
people is talking about it.
They got different
I told them that we
feelings.
gonna be there. The Elizabeth's gonna be there. Hmm.
So,
So I'm excited.
so
I'm
could
ex-
somebody? Could I'm sort of stepping away from the politics in Detroit. So, how are they doing the Hart Plaza? You got to pay to get in. What's the deal?
$15. I just heard yesterday.
You got to pay to go there. $15.
$15. I was just told. I was told that word of mouth. Hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and somebody else was saying, because I was saying that it was if there's a charge for it, and they were saying that no, there's not a charge. There's not a charge. I said, well, I saw that it was I think it was 5 or 10.
It's the web. Yeah, membership is different than non-member, and it was higher. It was. I know. I saw $25. I
Oh
know
wow.
I saw it, and it changed. As now it's like 15, like Mama said, but it's on the web. It's not on the Detroit. It's not on the Charles H. Wright. Wherever the website is, it does say, it does let you know that there's a fee. But what they've done is they have fenced in. They have fences now to block off the river walk from Hart Plaza. So it's
See,
fenced in.
see, they just because it was really nice when you could just roam
Walk up.
through a sense of freedom. Now
Yeah.
see how they do control,
You
control.
see? And the
We're gonna
other
let
thing,
you have your event, but we're gonna control how we want you to do this event.
exactly.
Man,
And that
man,
bothers me that they're charging to get in, but people are coming to spend money with the vendors.
right,
I get
right.
it. I get it, but dang. It I thought it was appropriate to be at. I don't like the parking situation, the
Mhm.
parking situation at the Charles H. Wright, but I thought that was where it should be. Now I'm thinking we should move it to Dabbles. You know, it needs to be in the place where we are and where we are of. Even the Charles H. Wright, I like it, but it's backed by.
Yeah.
It was backed by.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're gonna let you play, but this is how you're gonna play.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hate
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna now take that back. I don't hate that. I refuse to participate in that, and
Yeah.
I am envisioning, yes, like you said, dabbles, or someplace that is of us for sure. Because
That's the way we
downtown
got to start
isn't.
thinking.
Where is Dabbles?
Yep. That
Grand
was
River?
on Big Gallery on Grand River and Grand Boulevard.
Right.
Where the mirrors are. You can see it from 96 when you drive. You can see the mirrors from the freeway.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You never been to Dabble's Big Gallery, Mama Queen Adoni?
Really?
I ain't never
I've
been to
been there.
Motown. I ain't fussing. I ain't gonna fuss. I ain't
Oh
gonna
no.
I just want to say grand rising to everyone. Have a wonderful day. I'm actually on the runway, headed to New Orleans.
All
So
right.
I love you all.
All right
Grand
now.
rising.
Yay,
Grand
safe
rising.
travels.
She's going to
Safe
dance.
travels.
She's
Can't
going to
wait.
do a line dancing or what we call the hustle for
Yeah.
7 days. 7 days hustling.
7 days.
Damn
Hustling.
hustling.
You gonna be hustling for
Damn,
7 days?
hustling, line
Who hus-
dancing, hustling.
Oh my God.
and
Who
dance.
hustling for 7 days? Oh my God.
Now, Wheelie.
She loves
That's-
it.
Have fun, girl.
I wish I was going.
Yes.
Just some
I've been
stuff.
hustling all weekend. I know I can hustle a couple more days.
See? Yes. Safe travels. Bring me some pralines.
Oh, gosh. Who said that?
Me.
And Lily B with her beautiful
Okay, I
self.
got you. I got
Hey,
you.
oh, thank
Right.
you. You gorgeous too.
Any more,
Let me
any
tell
more
you.
orders?
Lily B, look at you.
Thank
Let me
you.
tell you this while it's on my mind.
Appreciate it. It's the hair.
The only way we are going to have that festival or African festival is to, they say anything you want. If you
Do it.
can't do it, there you go. Who said it? Do it yourself. So that means you got to formulate this group and you got to find your spot and do it the way you want to do it. But you know, they'll slither through and try, but we will have all that in place. I'm just saying, it's time to rise to a different day. We know how they are. We know how they are.
We can have the Afro World Festival whenever we want to. We got enough friends that have enough things that they make and creations. We got people that dance. We have people that teach. We have drums. We can set up, pop up. I got a space over here on San Juan and Ewald. We can do it right now, okay?
You know what?
We don't
It
have to wait
always,
for nobody
yeah,
to do nothing
it
and
starts
allow.
small, but then again, it is our job to make it grow. That's why I say, you know,
That's it.
yeah, that's beautiful, but we can shoot. I'm not just saying we. I'm just saying, if you want it done, guess what? You got to get it done yourself. Mhm.
Well,
We got the Hug Festival.
Yeah,
See?
The Hug Festival is a festival. That's an African World Festival too.
Absolutely. It would just be.
Is it really a hug festival?
We have the the Hug Detroit Day. That's me.
Is that actually hugging?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
I wanna go.
It was.
I'm a good hugger.
Let me tell you, right before we started this in 2013, and literally everybody was out hugging one another. Of course, when COVID happened, then we didn't do it for a couple of years, and we did a recording and had it on Zoom kind of thing online. Well, we're getting back to the hugs, and everybody, they have their mask on, or everybody's just bumping their fists and stuff, and still being careful in whatever way they feel they need to do to be careful. But yeah, I always perform. Sky always performs, and then we have a lot of other entertainment going on. We have vendors galore and children's stuff for the children, and we're doing it at the Black Bottom. They're restoring Black Bottom, which is down there at Grand River. No, I'm sorry, Grand Boulevard and Bobian.
Yep.
Grand Boulevard and Hastings. No, not near Shane. This is the boulevard, right before you jump on 75, over in that area, right there.
Between Woodward and 75.
Oh, Woodward and 75. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about in that area. I thought that was the Brewster Project area, but that's across Martin Luther King. Okay, yeah, because I was always told Black Bottom was from it's Shane Mack from Mac, Shane, then it goes like in a square down toward the area you talking like right from 75 where Warren around to like Mac, like a circle basically, but it's toward the boulevard. But I
Yeah,
didn't
'cause
know it was over
I
there.
heard the same thing, that this was in this area. I'm here at Shane and Lafayette, that this is part of Black Bottom as well. So I'm not sure. But I know that the park is being restored there, behind Vanguard Community Development Center. Anyway, it's on the 28th. It's every year. It has been sanctioned by the city as an annual event. So forever, it will be going on every year, the fourth Sunday in August. Always, always, always. So we'll definitely have a booth there, and everybody have a booth and have fun and have a good time and spread the word. I am ordering the flyers this week so that we'll have some stuff to pass out. And on the 14th, we are doing collecting. We're collecting things for, well, book bags and school supplies and all of that, and canned goods, and so we can help families on the 14th over at my shop. And I will be sending out a flyer for that. So all your friends and stuff, we'll just order. If they donate, we'll just order a whole bunch of book bags for the children and stuff. So, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah. Deitra, how are you? I don't know if she's able to talk yet or not. Star, how are you?
I am wonderful.
Well, Mama Hetheru, what you got for us today? Yeah, I was saying that our fearless leader for today is having physical challenges, and so she will be at the meeting Thursday evening. So and share some stuff with us. But right now, she's being directed to literally chill, literally,
Yep.
the mind and stay off of electrical, all this kind of stuff.
That's right. That's right. You got to do that in order to heal. They be looking at the outside physical, trying to heal that way. We're made of electrical components and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that drains you, believe it or not. So I shade to her healing.
Yep, she says she's accepting all prayers and good energy.
Okay. I have not talked to Mama Raziya. We've been, everybody's just been busy. Because I haven't even, I have even, the days of the week are they just running into one long day. And I'm grateful for each and every one, but it's something. Um, wow. I wanted to, I had an experience last night, and it was really I think I went through the three. When you get to a certain age, they talk about the goddess Hecate, who is the crone, and she consists of the young maiden. No, she consists of the little girl, the young maiden, and the elder wise woman. So I think I went through all three phases last night, because we've been sleeping in a tent out on San Juan and Schoolcraft. Been out there about 7, 8 days. I only spent 6 out there. But last night it started to storm. I hear the thunder roll and the flashes of light. It's lightning out there. And I went right back to my childhood, because that's when I would go spend the night and go sleep with my mom and my dad. My mom she would cuddle me, and because I'm afraid of the thunder and lightning. My first night out when I moved out, it thundered and lightning. My mother was like, Angie, you want me to come over there, or you want to come? I was like, no, I'm going to do this by myself, Ma. I said, I got it. I'm going to be all right. So last night when it started to storm, I'm like, I'm not okay with this. I'm in a tent and it's thundering and it's lightning. And so my husband said, he said, hey, God got us. He said, God got us. And so I was like, I'm not okay with this. You know, I'm not okay. I don't have a building. I don't have a building. But it was a beautiful thing. And I'm okay. I survived. Matter of fact, I didn't want to get up. And my alarm clock, my phone is on a red bar. I'm surprised that it even had enough energy to work. You're on time. Get up and let's go get in this session. You know what today is. You know what today is. So I got on up, but just in remembering how I felt about thunder and lightning when my daughter was little, I would open her window because she would feel some kind of way. Of course, I gave her that. She would feel some kind of way, so I would open the window so she could see the lightning striking and experience the storm instead of being ignorant of it and knowing what it does. And because when I was little, when it's raining, you get in the house, be still. Or the great grandmother used to tell us, Sophie Barney, let them Sophie Barney used to say, turn off everything and go sit down somewhere and be still. That's what I came up from. I don't know
Yeah.
about
Ah,
anybody else.
mhm,
You're gonna sit down and let this thing do its thing.
mhm.
But I wanted to look at it different, just helping my daughter. If you know a thing, then you're better with it, when you
That's right.
understand it a little bit. So I'm just so proud of myself because I didn't leave. I stayed out in the tent and it stormed. Then my husband started doing okay, the lightning struck. He said, watch this. He said one, two. He counted the seconds and there go the
Ooh,
I was like, oh man. I couldn't
mhm,
believe I
mhm.
did that. But I'm so proud of my 57-year young self.
Oh,
Yay. Well, we acknowledge your bravery.
57. Hold on.
We
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
acknowledge
Wait a
your
minute.
Oh
you
yeah.
done created
breakthrough.
a
Oh
story
yes.
now. You done
Hold
created a story now. Because
on.
I think back to my mother and she said, oh, that's the Lord just moving furniture.
Yes.
She used to say, oh, they just having a little rumble up in the sky. And I'd be looking in the
Yes.
sky like waiting for something to happen. And so same thing with the lightning. It's I used to come up with my own little saying about the lightning. And your husband is right. When lightning strikes, let me see, is it the thunder, the lightning before the thunder, or the thunder before the lightning? But you can count because it's in a
I think it's
sequence.
like
When one comes, boom, then the next one comes. That's nature, baby.
and
You learning.
but you know
That's
what was
nature.
funny? I was expecting now here's my expectation. I was because I'm sleeping on earth and I just say this in fun. I think glamping is all wonderful and everything, but I'm a camper. I'm an earth sign too. And so me sleeping on the ground this week has been something special. And I really wanted to feel, see, this is why there's issues with us and our things because we expect things to go the way that we expect them to go if we were driving, but we're not driving. So I was like, how come I don't feel the earth? Now here I want to make it more intense. How come the earth isn't shaking uh when the thunder is doing? So is my fear really that I have a greater desire for experience? Fear is really a greater desire for experience. Now that just came out of drop down right now. So we gotta. I mean that's blowing my mind right now.
But like I said, it's good
But I'm
fear and it's
aware
bad
how it
fear.
should affect me.
Yeah,
Huh?
fear, we wouldn't have fear if it wasn't meant for something. Fear is like a tool to help you learn, get over a process. And
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 and a
um
warning,
yeah,
to that
Yeah.
dangerous.
Right.
yeah.
Well,
Fear is your tool. One is something in your medicine bag. How
Right.
to apply it, when to use it, when to cut it off.
mhm,
Right. Because
mhm.
it's there for, like you said, it is there for a reason. The movie Inside Out is a really, really, really good movie to watch. I enjoyed that movie, and it talked about there was it's five energies. They had sadness, happy, fear, doubt, and one began with a D. I forgot the D one. But anyway, happy and sad left. They went on a little adventure. They didn't mean to, but they went on an adventure. And discuss is not this. It might have been discussed. Disgust, fear, and whatever. The other three were there, and they said, "Just do what Happy would do." And he said, "Well, I'm not happy, so I don't know what Happy would do." I just thought it was so. It was such a cute thing. But they said fear is there to help you, to make sure to check things out, to make sure things are okay before you know. But I was thinking about even being a parent before we give them our strengths.
Mm,
In a little bit of no, they'll know, the children know what the parents are afraid of. They see that. They watch that. They hear mama say, "Oh, blah blah blah," whatever mom says, or dad, or the other people, or other grown-ups around them. And the children don't come here. None of us, I don't think anybody came here with fear. I don't think it's a given. I think it happens
mm,
as an experience of being a blah blah blah. I'm just gonna say the blah 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 for now. The blah blah blah.
Well, speaking of blah, 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 it is time for us to blah, blah away from social media. You are so invited to join us if you go to elizabethvisionaryconference.org and just hit the Zoom button. You can continue this conversation with us and use that number on a continuous basis. So we thank you. Have a wonderful day today, and we are out. Okay, blah, blah, blah.
The blah blah blah.
But we do ingest in the makings of ourself in our mother's womb. We do take on
Yeah,
her. We take a little bit of that DNA, your grandparents' DNA. So you like in a pot of stew, and you're putting in the carrots, and you're putting in the potatoes, and a little this, a little that, to create you. I look at it like this. One son is a worry wart. We could fix the problem today, and before 2 seconds, he done thinking about tomorrow's problem. And my husband was a worry wart, and me, I didn't worry, but I was a preparer. I always wanted to know, and he got it bad. you know. Then you look at my other son, which is invincible. He's that Leo. He has the confidence that I wish that he would share with his big brother. But the little brother was always the leader. And the little brother would step forth to do something, and the bigger brother will follow. I noticed that, and I would pull back the younger brother to push the older brother forward. You go in there to the store. I'm going to tell you something. Once upon a time, before I was learning, I was into this McDonald's stuff. And my son, as a little boy, he ran to the counter. He waited in line. We discussed what he wanted, since he couldn't read the menu. And he got to the counter, turned around, and ran back to the car. "What did you say, Mom?" I'm like, man, you got to stand back in the line again. But he had all these little fears coming up that I tried to break. And some of it worked. And but I noticed that he takes on a lot of worry about tomorrow, which create fear. So what really creates your fear? Is it really, really fear? Is it that test? I look at things as a test.
Right. But
Like,
it's an
what
unawareness. It's an unknowing of a thing. It's like when people with the word death used to make me cringe like a fall leaf.
Mm,
I could just feel my insides crumble like a broken glass just to hear the word.
mhm.
But now, especially after my mother's experience and journey up out of here, I was like, "Oh, baby, it ain't nothing what they told you it was."
I know. Isn't
They
that
say you
something?
won't know the minute or the hour. Yes, they do. That's not. I watched it. My mother was like, she was like, "I'm ready, Lord, come get me."
Hmm.
And when she went in the hospital, I called it a hotel. I didn't use any words. I used all these other words. When we went to the hospital, when she was going on respite, she was using hospice, and I love hospice. Hospice is the shiznit. Those people they're like the doctors used to be back in the day. People come and see you and take care of you. They check on you, everything. I love it. My mother fired me as her bather and took on another lady who she said, "Oh no, my bather's coming, dear. I'm not." I was like, "Wait a minute." I'm jealous. But anyway, let me stay focused. So when she was in the hospital, she told me, she said, "You and Jerry," she said, "y'all don't come back here." She said, "Don't come back here." And I called my sister. I said, "You better get here as fast as you can. You better get here now." Because I think mama is about to go. I don't think she wanted to pass away in my cousin's home either. But my mother, that she slapped me on my fanny her last day here, and it brought a tear to my eye. That woman, she still had her strength, but I believe that my mother said that she didn't have to fight this battle like this in
Yes.
this lifetime. She said that she was cool, she was clear. Because I met, one of my things is I wanted to make sure my mother forgave herself because we went through some things. I watched her go through some things, and I think the thing that she went through helped save her life and keep her here for whatever else she had to do in this realm. But when she left here, I was so much at peace. I was angry. There's an anger that sets in when you
Oh, yeah.
lose somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know where it comes from. It's a bitch. I'm sorry. It's a
Mhm, mhm,
bitch. And she will haunt you and live with you and interact with you and make you think you all right, but you're not, because you feel like you're okay, but other people are looking at you like, what is going on? But
mhm,
they don't say nothing
mhm, mhm.
until you realize that you have that anger. That's why when people lose someone, I tell them, I say, watch out for it, because it's something else. It'll change, it'll turn your world. Your world will look exactly the same. Your paint colors will be the same, but you'll be walking like this. Because
All
you
those
had
are the emotions, and all those are the senses that we're supposed to use. But then again, it's like you are the master of your own soul. How do you use these sensors?
exactly.
They're supposed to be there. Otherwise, I don't believe that we were designed. Everything within us was designed for something for us to use, and a reason why.
Yes.
You know. But
It's
the
just
thing
like,
is, I'm just saying the thing is, how do you control them? How do you turn them on? Okay, turn it off. Because all those emotions I went through when my husband transitioned, I
mhm,
was mad at him. I was so angry with him. I lost all my hard work and religion and my essence because I was angry
mhm,
because it was not fair that he knew he was ill. He know the field that I'm in. He know that I would have networked with every single body to try my best to, you know. But then again, we all come from for our own purpose and mission, and maybe it's his time to go. So who am I to fight for somebody that don't want to fight for itself? You got to fight. You got to fight. It's your fight. So I said all I could be is the very best wife I could be. But on the inside, I was mad.
yeah.
I went through grief, went through anger, I went through darkness, I went through depression. Then I could feel myself, you know, going through okay, I forgive you. I forgive. I'm going to let that go. I want to live. You're not going to take me with you because I'm angry. So you go through it all. It's like a
Right.
tsunami. Mhm.
Yes, it is. I wasn't mad at my mother for leaving. I think my anger became, I was mad at death, and I couldn't be mad at anybody about it, but I was mad about my concept of death because
Mhm.
it wasn't
Mhm.
right. And that what was, and because we create a lot of this stuff. You know,
Mhm.
our people, out with my mom, one time she made a comment. She said, this ain't no quality of life. She chose to get the peg tube so that if her throat shut down, she had ALS and bulbar ALS. And as soon as they diagnosed her, I called it. I said, my mother has always loving Sandra. I'm not
Yeah.
using your terms. I'm not
Mhm.
using your words.
Mhm.
Okay, not gonna do it because I don't have to. So
Mhm.
change the name and just made sure that I we had her last 2 years were adult time for my mother and I. We had a ball. We played games. We played greedy. We played cards. We watched, all her favorite shows. I would go spend the night with her and my cousin every Tuesday. I mean, we partied every Monday overnight to Tuesday. It was wonderful. It was amazing.
Now, I'm going to tell you that how I felt with my husband.
Hmm.
My mother transcended in February,
Okay.
and it was a beautiful celebration.
Hmm.
It was nothing but pure love. I'm not kidding. I said, how royal. She must have come from some royal people because her end was bathing her and turning her. Me as a therapist, I am still doing body work on her, oiling her up, misting the room, letting her watch all her old videos, singing with her, just listening. And it was people. Oh man, it's almost like I can teach about death and dying because that is a live process that we tend to run from.
It's beautiful. It's
Because
beautiful.
over in certain part of Africa, they celebrate that person life like all month.
Yeah, it's like 40 some
It's just
days or something like that.
yes, in certain parts because there's so many societies, they
Right.
do all kind of things, but they would celebrate, and I've seen it. Hey, we're not going to do that here in the U.S., but they will have the person after they have descended propped up in a chair. And this book that I studied from, and the author that was one of my teacher's teacher, Melodoma Somé. In one of his books, I can't think of the book, but when I do, I'll let you know. But in one of his book, when his grandfather died, it was people that knew him was coming from village to village. He was set up in his royalty. They had two women that sat on each side to make sure that he stayed, just stayed in position and straightened his garment. And people would bring gifts and they would put them at his feet, whether it was cola nuts or whether it was just something that they remember with that person, uh, uh, or knowing what that person like. They put them at his feet. Even the Egyptians, Kemet back then did the same thing. It was not just a 1 or 2 day or celebration and put you in the ground. It was a ceremony. It was that was a ritual, And then they had the criers. They had folks to sit on the side, and that was their job, to cry and to cry and to chant and to keep it going. And he said this is what he can remember when he was a young child. And I thought that was fascinating.
I saw on Facebook, no, not Facebook. Well, it was Facebook or YouTube, but it was it was ceremonies, and they had the man's body. This is in Africa. I don't know which part, but they had the man in the coffin. They are carrying him and they dancing,
Yes.
And all that. And then one of them, he fell out. He fell out of the coffin.
Fell out of the coffin. Hey, that's all right. Scoop him up, put him back in there.
Are we supposed to be laughing? I feel like we're not supposed to be.
That's all right. Oops.
He dipped down.
Yeah.
And he just dipped right on out of there. You know what? Just put my ashes somewhere. Y'all don't want nobody
dropping you, huh?
I said that was a bit too much. They were a little bit too much of character with that. All that.
Yeah, they probably scooped them up and kept on going. Mm-hmm.
They did. Mm-hmm. They were showing it.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. That was a bit too much.
Ooh, so, thank you for that journey. That was a good journey.
Right? That was a Well, I talked to Dr. Zarif, who's in California. He's a nutritionist, and he is just waiting on us to invite him to the show. I think Tuesday is the best day for that.
I think Tuesday's the best day.
That day.
We've been very spoiled. We've had people come in right on time on Tuesday, and today was not the today is you step up to your responsibility. That's why I was like, I was awakened by my alarm, and like I said, my phone battery was half dead, was on red, but that battery stayed live enough for me to wake up on time to get in here and get on this call. I don't care. Your body is already in motion for what you have committed to, Because I was like, hey, it's Tuesday. It's not today. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Get up.
Well, I feel you because this weekend here in Detroit, I've lost I have a deep voice, but it gotten even deeper for so much.
I like it.
Well, people used to call the house and say, "Sir, may I speak to ma'am? Is sir?" Man, they would call me my brother's name, and I'm like, "No, I'm the girl." But this weekend, the energy was pretty special around here in Detroit. Like I said, I did things from the hustle, the slide, I have my thing about fireworks, but hey, I joined in and sat in and watched people waste their money in the sky. That was all right with me. But and I hear preparing Mama's house for the Elizabeth. This was a good weekend. I truly enjoyed being here in the Big D, and I'll be back.
Yeah, it was good. The weather was good. It wasn't too hot.
Yeah. Saturday was perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah, so my partner's birthday is today. We already missed the 6:05 this morning. Anyway,
that's what time he was born.
Yes, he's double nickels today. So we're gonna party. Like we've been partying for a long time. Where'd he mind?
Happy birthday.
That's Baba Hetheru. And
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy celebration to your Earth Day.
Your Earth Day.
Today's my birthday too.
Oh, come on, Star. Come on.
I am 66 today.
Ow, y'all both get double numbers. 55 and 66. Y'all better come on with it with these double numbers.
Okay, now. All right.
Happy Cancer season.
And I have a twin brother.
Oh, wait a minute. It's another one. We got another one. All right.
Ashe.
So if you all are out and about, we're on Schoolcraft at Ewald Circle. And so sorry, San Juan at Ewald Circle. My bad. I jumped.
I used to live on San Juan.
Did you?
San Juan, between 6 Mile and Curtis.
Okay, that's not too far from where Mama How was it out.
You around the block. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I just realized my husband goes walking at 12, so I'm not gonna be able to take the car nowhere.
Oh, that's all right. That's all
right.
Oh,
wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
But
where is he going walking?
He goes to Belle Isle.
Oh, I was gonna say if it was further this way, maybe we could connect some kind of. Miss Queen of Dooney, you got a bike?
I'm way downtown.
Oh.
And no, I don't have a bike. Huh?
What time do you leave? What time do you leave today?
I don't know. I don't have a time. When Spirit tell me to get on out of here, I'll be on my way.
Well, you gonna get on and wait for a minute because we coming to see you. I wish I had I'm really dreaming of my magic school bus. So I go pick up everybody so we can come and see you.
No, I'm gonna be here for a while because my son, the driver, he has to go to the mall. He got things to do, and he said as long as I get home before it's dark. So it's only 4.5 hours. So okay. I'll be here for a while.
Okay, because he usually finishes around. He walks for an hour, and then usually he goes to get something to eat. But I can deter that.
Now let me ask you this: can you go with him on the walk? or you don't want to go on the walk?
Why do I need to go on the walk?
So you could get him to bring you up. Maybe y'all need to come eat on the west side. Come and eat
Oh,
on the west side,
Mm.
and then we could see Mama Howard.
well, we could do that. That would be cool. I don't have to, yeah, because he just swoop me up and I tell him after he walked, just come grab me.
Just
And it
listen
just
to your
goes,
spirit. It'll work its way out. It'll
yeah,
work its way out. Mm.
work his way out.
I'm
Yeah,
jumping on my bike. I'm coming to see you.
you riding your bike, girl? Come
I
on.
will, and I will. My vehicle. That's my vehicle with my little Tigger on the front. That's my bike. And I got my African mask on the back. Yes, ma'am.
Ain't nobody gonna
Mhm.
bother you. Ain't nobody gonna
Well,
bother
I
you.
ain't never worried about my ancestors. Stay with me. They go with me on all my bike rides. Look at this.
There
Look at
you
this.
go.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
You. Oh, look at that. Ashe, Ashe. There you go. There
Listen,
you go.
I
You
found that.
covered.
I found that stick at Belle Isle. I mean, not Belle Isle. We were on at the river, what the strait. We were on the Detroit side, and I found that stick. I said, "You going home with me?" So
Uh,
yeah,
mm-mm.
yep.
That's your staff.
Well, actually, I have a staff. That's my
Okay.
stick. I have a
Oh,
stick.
excuse me. That's your stick. All
Yeah, that's
right.
my stick. It's my snake stick. I call it my snake stick. Mhm. Yeah.
Uh,
Yep. So I'll probably ride my bike. But it's a
mhm.
beautiful day. I had a dream that it was going to rain. I had a dream that there was a big black cloud that was going to come yesterday. And I didn't want to say anything. And it didn't happen till later, but I knew it was going to rain. I felt
I'm
that
glad
coming.
it did, so it can do the water in the lawn for me.
That's right.
We needed
Yep.
that rain.
We
Mm.
did.
And you know, it was just enough to do what it had to do. It waited till everybody was tucked away.
Everybody
And
party. They let the little fireworkers burn they dollars up.
yep,
Good job.
burn their money up in smoke. But I kept walking around feeling the grass and the garden, and I've been
Dry.
wanting to water. And I
Yeah.
said, Ashe, thank you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Food is gonna grow.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad I chimed in because I said I got to get out here in Mom's yard and pick weeds, and I said I'm not going to miss the show today. At Peace, I don't know if she there or not, but At Peace was
No.
on me. She be on me. Where are you?
Get
But
in here. Get
uh-huh,
in here.
yeah. But I do too. I have to let electronics go. To listen to spirit. Just say like that. I roll clearly on spirit. I ain't got, hey, I'm just a piano player. I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Right.
Spirit rolls this baby. Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of looking through here. Oh, how about this thing? This saying out of the same book here. Awareness equals happiness. And I highlighted, you are not a person who is happy. You are happiness itself. Your true nature, awareness, is happiness. Where does that land for you?
Would you repeat it again?
It says, the title says awareness equals happiness. And the first sentence is, you are not a person who is happy. You are happiness itself. Your true nature, awareness, is happiness. We were in the exercising with Nawili. She was at the end, she does this, it's been I am love, we are love, you are love, like that. So now she started every month, let's pick another one. So we was doing peace last month.
Mm-hmm.
I am peace, I am peace, then you are peace, and then we are peace. So she said, Sheila, what's the word for this month? And so I said, and it was funny because she said, I knew you was going to say that. I said, abundance. She said, I knew you was going to say that. And so she started saying, I am abundant. I am abundant. I
Ashe.
am, you are. And I said, no, it's I am abundance. Abundance.
Mhm.
Because abundant means something is given to you. Now you are abundant. You have a lot.
Mhm.
But I am abundance is it itself.
Mhm.
I am abundance.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like I'm already that.
Yeah, I am that in its entirety, not that
Right.
I am
Right.
abundant, that it's
Yeah.
that, because if I am abundant, I can be unabundant. If that stuff is taken away from me, then I don't have it. I'm not abundant. But abundance is it itself. I am abundance. I am that being. I am that.
I am happy. That's the same thing. We look for things to make us happy, but we're already happy.
Yeah.
But that mental mentality has shut that happy down, that we're always seeking and looking for happy. And
And
to
we
know that
are that. We are
yeah,
happy.
you are that. You already got your tools. But it was, hey, we were bamboozled and made to search for happy.
Right. We were.
It says, when we believe the mind's negative thoughts, we get pulled into the mind-made movie. And then we're guaranteed to experience more stress and suffering. Yeah.
What did Mama Armani said about suffering? It's obsolete.
It is. It is. It is. It's in our, yeah.
I don't have my notepad, but I remember that. I remember that suffering is obsolete. And you know, it's a lot of these decisions we make, we don't allow ourselves the choices. You know, like I say, you're either this or that, or maybe, and you can start over. You know, we don't have to be in the position that we're in. We can change that at any time. That's why I was telling about sharing that. You know, we slept on out there in the tent and let the thunder do its thing. You was like, we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. So I feel like my little girl is so happy and proud of herself for staying. Because I was like, I could have left out of the tent and went in the house, but the thunder and lightning was still going to happen. It didn't matter where I was. It's still going to happen.
Yeah.
How you going to deal with it? You know, let it charge you every time. Every time it hit, let it charge you. And then my mother said, why you always scared of the thunder? It's the lightning and then the lightning struck. I was like, oh man, it's a light show. For all of you people that bought fireworks, I have free fireworks with the lightning today, and thank you very much.
There you go. Hey, nature says, hey, I got something to do with this. Mm-hmm.
It says here, do you ever get upset, ever get stressed, ever worried, ever feel anxious, offended or hurt, ever feel sad, down in the dumps, or despondent? Are you ever unhappy or in a bad mood? If you experience any of these emotions at any time, then according to Anthony DeMello, your life is a mess. You might think it's normal to be plagued by negative emotions throughout your day, but life isn't supposed to be that way. You can, this is what I highlight, you can live your life entirely free of hurt, upset, worry, and fear, and exist in continuous happiness. You can, we can.
And mm-hmm.
So one person, something happens to them, they deal with it in a woe is me, it's all, everything happens to me, all of that. They suffer through it because their mind keeps going back and forth into it. And then the other person, they see it and they take it as a grain of sand. You know, they just see it, don't give it any power, and move on with their life. when you think about, kids and stuff, when things that happen, how one person, it could be even like, I've dealt with rape before out on the street, and I could have, and which I told the guy, I said, if I was weak, you would have destroyed me, but because of other things that had happened in my life in being in the hood, kind of for say,
Ashe.
then I knew how to deal with this person. I knew I had to control the mind. I had to control the situation, and then walk away from it. So it's just in how you absorb that thing, and who you are.
That's what they say. The mind can heal or it can kill you.
Yeah.
The mind can be your greatest defense, but it's who controlling that mind.
Mm-hmm. Say, if you prefer to suffer, go on believing your stressful thoughts.
Mhm.
You'd rather be happy, question them, question those thoughts. If you'd rather be happy, question those thoughts. Just write and just reading all these things to share with you all. The most
It's
powerful way
beautiful.
to remove negativity is to recognize that you are not the mind. Once realized, negativity has nothing to hook to, and it dissolves itself.
Huh.
How about that?
Mhm.
The most powerful way to remove negativity is to recognize that you are not the mind. Once realized, negativity has nothing to hook to, it dissolves itself. I had to tell my body that I was going to tell on it when it did something, because what I found is my mama always took us to the doctor and stuff, and I had heard that then your body gets used to that program. You hurt, you go to the doctor, or you hurt, you go to the medicine cabinet, or you hurt, you go to prayer. Whatever that is that you've been growing up on, the body is used to that. So I would find that when something would happen, when I went to the doctor and they say what it is, one, it doesn't show up when you get to the doctor.
That's right.
It won't do it. Your body won't do what it was doing. But the other thing was, then I'd walk away once I have a name for it, and then I was like, excuse me, then it won't, and then it goes away. So I just start telling my body, I'm gonna tell on you. If you, okay, I'm gonna tell on you. And then it would just straighten up. I know that sounds kind of weird, but
No.
That
That's
doesn't
actually tapping in to the inner self and connecting with the inner self or activating the inner self, because I can testify going to the doctor when I used to. I could be in pain. This hurt. I'm going to see the doctor about this. Get there. Feel just fine.
right.
Nothing. Hey, it's like it never, it's like, oh, you going to the doctor? Forget that. I'm better. Thank you. But the thing is, I don't name and claim what they try to stick on you. When I was going through, when I was going through the era of supposed to being menopausal, and I went to the doctor for something, and she said, "Oh, you're menopausal." And I looked at her, I'm like, "No, I'm not." She said, "Yes, you are." I said, "No, I'm not." And she said, "Well, you're at that age." I don't care. I said, "Don't put that on me." No, I'm not. And I'm going to tell you, I never been. I had to learn it so I can, and study about it so I can help my clients. When they talk about night sweats, and feeling like this and hormone range, I talked to my mother and I said, "Well, Mom, can you help me?" I said, when you went through menopause, she said the same thing. "What? I didn't go through no menopause." I said, "You didn't get sweats and you didn't." I had the whole list and she said no to everything. I said, "Well, did grandma have it?" My grandmother didn't even have it.
Mm.
When
There
I
are
was,
some cultures that don't get it.
mm,
It's a lot of
Yeah, I
cultures
think
that
a lot of Chinese, because of what they eat and stuff, they don't go through that.
I didn't go through that.
Mhm.
I was looking for it, almost waiting for it. I'm like, okay, am I supposed to feel like that? Nah, that ain't it. No, I didn't go through it. And then again, I wasn't gonna allow no one else to tell me and put that on me and label me.
Yeah.
Because what you send in that mind, it takes a moment to work on it. It can manifest. I had it was my mother's cousin. We went to visit her. She said, "Oh, I was just diagnosed with breast cancer." They said is in the fourth stage, and she said, "I'm only got 2 months to live." She fed on all that, and guess what? 2 months exactly, she transcended. And I
Mm-hmm.
looked at that. I was younger. I looked at that and I said, no, you can't be giving me no numbers. You can't tell me I'm going 30 days, you're going to die. No, this is my body. We got to have a talk. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that powerful power of the mind and how you utilize it and how you use it.
is the power of intention.
Yes.
Because
Man.
when I was younger, I had a neighbor and I loved her, Miss Lewis. She didn't like to drive, so I would drive her Cadillac for her.
All right, Miss Lewis.
And I asked her, she said, we were talking about menopause and I was young. And she said, oh, what did she say? I don't know. I never experienced anything. I said, oh, really? And I sent in, somehow it was an intention in my mind. I'm not going to go through that. I'm going to do just like Miss Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. I don't have night sweats. I don't have insomnia. Every once in a while, you don't, stuff be on your mind, but I had none of the symptoms that I was supposed to.
Ashe, see?
But how
There you
can Miss Janet Iceman, who is they hit? How can they put down that at this age you're gonna do X, Y, Z? Every one of us has different DNA. You can't do that. So I like to change, like I told you, I like to change names. I call mine pause. And I've had the night sweats, but they said a lot of the symptoms, those the sweating. And I really enjoy my heat rushes. I like them. I like them. It's funny. But
Yo.
they said like caffeine a trigger, but some people say that they don't drink the caffeine. But then now my friend told me now it's sugar. See, we have crap that can be labeled as natural sweetener, which is the crack of sugar, the high
Yeah.
fructose corn syrup, which is in everything. It's in
Yes.
everything.
That's what,
So that is a big problem and challenge for us, for our people. So we
right. We're
don't,
chemically imbalanced.
right. And we're not, things aren't hereditary. It's our choices that are similar. Don't tell me that so-and-so is hereditary. You a lie. I don't want to hear that.
They love to
But,
say that when they have nothing else to come another. They don't have a conclusion as the first thing they say. Oh,
right.
it's hereditary.
Yes. No.
Runs in the family. I'm saying, no, I'm not running with that family. I'm sorry. That runs in the family. No.
You don't even know my family.
You don't know. There you go.
But just all of these words. But I call it pause. I call it pause because I want to experience a different thing. I change the names to everything. But one of the things that I do is when I'm not feeling well, I can tell when my body is not right. I will go to the mirror and I will tell that whatever it is, I say, I don't know who you are or what you came here to do. I said, but you are being evicted. You have to leave this vessel. I said, if I can't use you, you got to go.
Hey, taking up some, say, ain't even paying rent. Just taking up space.
That's right. That's right. So, power in words. We talked about that. Saying what you want, not what you don't. I lost my glasses. I want to find my glasses. I want to find my keys. I want to, and I think I don't know where my keys were. Where were they? I was looking for my key. They're sitting on the ring right now, but I'm thinking to myself, where were they? Where were those keys? I don't even remember right now. But it don't matter because they're already there. But yeah, we just got to be more mindful about what we're saying and how we're going about the world. Because this world is something else. I was like, wow. So I realized that the laws aren't for they, the laws are for others.
That's right.
Well, even saying the word "I gotta find" means something is lost. So we have to remove that word too.
Yeah, I know where my keys are.
No, I need to put my hands on them.
Okay, yes. Speaking in
need-
definitives, yes.
I need you to show up. The keys.
Like the other,
Tell the keys to show up.
right. I know my glasses. I thought I left my glasses at home the other day, and my girl was like, "No, I put them in the car. I brought them in the car." So we didn't. So the glasses were MIA. We don't see them. They're not. They're not where we thought they were. And I told her, I said, "You know what? Those glasses are going to be at home on the kitchen counter." And she said, "No, Mama, had the glasses were in the car, and I had." I said, "Listen," I said, "I don't care where they are. I want them to be on the kitchen counter when I get home." I said, "You gotta let me work my magic." I told her, I said, "You gotta let me work my magic now. Let me work my magic." And when we got home, the glass was like, "Hey, Mama, head, what's up?"
Right.
I mean, even just to play mind, just to do mind things like that, you can make things happen in a different way for you. It really is that simple. But if you got to get through all the clutter and the mess and the stuff that you were programmed to do to not get you to your greatness, because we are truly a mighty people. We're distracted by all this mess stuff.
The word is distracted.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And the video with the young man bringing the child. I said, I first of all, this was all set up, which I tell my friends all the time. I said, this stuff is all set up, but I wasn't mad at that young man. I said, at least he's doing a part. And I said, what a smart mama would do is cut that mess up into how many of a portion she need and make it happen for all the babies. If you a real mama, to me, this man is doing his fatherly thing. He not responsible for the rest of your children. He not responsible for the rest of your decisions. So I didn't get mad at him. But then again, I thought about it on the other side. I was like, okay, so when he does that, what do you do? Do you get mad and go off, or do you, like I said, cut it up and let everybody share? That'll teach everybody how to share.
You
See,
be that
here's a
thing called a
resource.
woman. You be that thing called a woman and you rise.
That's what I'm saying.
You either, and I can see both points, but then
Yeah.
again, the truth is, if they're not together and this man have gone his own way, he's reaching back still to take care of what's his. You don't have to take care of my 9 other children by 9 other, excuse me?
He's doing his part.
Right. And then again, on the mother's part, the mother say, hey, I only have this. We're going to share. You teach that child. We're going to share. And if you can't share, I'm just saying there's other ways to counteract all this without all this hoopla.
Right. Look.
Yeah.
And then come to find out the young man, he does, and like I said, a lot of these people do things for hits. So even when people don't agree with something, they'll post it. Do you understand that you just supported that mess? You just supported it.
Yeah.
You are just giving it another hit, and now they're gonna make money because they didn't reach 10,000 or 10 million or whoever, how many amount. They've reached that many viewers, and now they win. And so we're gonna see more of their bull crap.
Yeah.
No, I tell my friends, don't send me none of that. You don't have to send me nothing. You can pay me $10. Send $10 to my Cash App. Because when they were talking about that coronavirus, all that, I said, don't you send me. I said, send $10 to my. They was like, why, Mama? I said, because I told y'all in my post that I don't want none of that mess. I turned it into creativity over void idle days. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to make some stuff happen.
But you know what? I look at all that as, man, they ain't got nothing else to do. That's an idle mind. That is just an idle mind. Negativity is so great. It seems like it's so hard, and it shouldn't be hard to create the positive. People thrive on looking at the negative. Now this
Yep.
negative is what? It's gonna make money, 10,000 viewers,
Yeah.
and
Views.
know,
Yep. Yep.
that's what we
Yeah.
get. We
Aspect.
had to walk in another man's shoes. We don't have to walk in another man's shoes. You know, we wearing out somebody else's shoe. We can wear our own.
There it is. Or
And
maybe
that's
you
the
need to take them off and walk on the
yeah, that's
ground a
the
little
or
bit.
hey, you got that right. But just to say that culture, we
Yeah.
walking in somebody else's shoes. Find your own culture.
Yeah. Create your own.
Create your own. But then again, I believe we have to learn from. Here I go. I'm slipping in there. You got to learn from the elders, those that have walked that walk. So you won't walk that same walk. You can walk a better walk. I say we got to forget about human beings. We're divine beings. So you got to think of yourself divine. Look up the word. You got to think of the self divine. See the word in there, divine. Vine is what?
Yep. Grows.
Yeah.
Travels, journeys. Yep.
Yeah. Where's my mama? She not in there today. Queen of Yaba. She must be working.
Where is Mama Yaba?
Hey, that's all right. She must be working through me. Oh my goodness, because I can feel her.
She probably about to pop in just because you said that. Yes. Oh my goodness.
Mama Omani,
Oh yeah.
you all ready to go to work now?
I am. I am. I am.
I know you look like you was wanting to jump in a little earlier.
I did. There were so many conversations, one of them that really stands out when you guys start talking about the unknown. One way we have been tricked is we're afraid of the unknown. We hesitate. The unknown is where God lives. So that right there, just got to kill that in the consciousness. If it's unknown, I'm going, okay, God over here somewhere. Let me get to looking. Right. So that was one thing that really stood out for me. And I concur with Mama Hetheru about naming sickness. I don't name it either, because just like every name has a vibration, sickness carries a vibration.
There you go. Yes.
And
yes.
If you was to do the numbers for any of them, COVID is treacherous. If you look up virus and pandemic, it's treacherous. It's global, and it's coming from the thinking.
Ooh, see?
It's coming from the
thinking. Oh my God.
From the thinking that the world is in the shape that it's in. All the destruction, the killing, ain't none of that of God, and it's coming from our own mind that we're creating it, because they've made us believe that it's real. It's not real.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
One thing I started reading the other day was so profound. I have to read it again, but I'm gonna share it with you, even though I ain't got to see solid for myself. But we're one entity working on two planes, the earthly plane and the heavenly plane. And that's how come they tell us we are in the world, but we're not of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because there's one of us one entity acting two parts. So what's on earth ain't real, because if you look at anything around you 20 years from now, 30 years from now, everything you're looking at will be gone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how come how death is not final, because we talked about death a little bit. I had to learn about death too through my mother passing. But death, it ain't the body. It's not your body. Why? Because when you die, you leave it here.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at a person in the casket, ain't nobody in there. They ain't even
nobody in there.
That's
right.
So
it's like, okay, right. So when my father died, I had got that when I put together his funeral, but with my mama, I lost my soul. With my dad, I found my heart again. Okay. But with my dad, when people was leaving my dad's service, it was like, that's the best party I ever been to. It was like, oh, that wasn't a party. That was a funeral. Oh my God. Right. But we praised, we lifted up. We let everybody who wanted to talk as long as they want to. We found out things about our father we didn't even know, because my father was a humble man. It was the first time I got present to being humble. My dad was out in the community. All the men who got up and honored my father for what he taught them and who he was for them. all the women who got up and said how generous he was and how, oh, I was like, see, Dad.
Say his name. I need to know Daddy's name so I can pour
My dad's name was Odell Hurst, right?
His name
And
is Odell. His name is Odell.
Is Odell, right? And so like that whole piece, I had to learn about death, and now I counsel people in death. I'm a minister, so I help people cross over, which is one of the deepest things you could ever do, help somebody cross over. That's so deep. It's so spiritual. It's otherworldly spiritual. And
It's a beautiful thing.
so,
It
yeah,
is
it's
absolutely
a very beautiful thing. And oh yeah, you guys talked about stuff. When I say about something that I lose, nothing is ever lost or misplaced in the universe. And I just stand there. And guess what? Some things don't come back, but guess what? They didn't belong to me no more, so I can release them freely and let them go. Right? You know, because it's just like this. I had said, oh, my PIN code for my debit card. I was like, oh, I should have made my PIN code 6808. That would have been hot. All those 8 is in. Do you know the next day I lost that damn card, had to go get another card, and guess what the number is? 6808. Okay. So like that. So those are the things the conversation was going so fast. You couldn't jump in today. Y'all was hot.
Mm.
Lessons learned. Lily B.
Yes. Hello, beautiful lady. So I had a question for Miss Gray. I heard when you said your mom died, you lost your soul, and when your dad died, you felt better. So my mom, when you said lost your soul, yes, very, 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 very hard. When you said lost your soul, my mom died last year in February, so I had been really cold. Like I feel like my soul was gone. I'm just existing, trying to continue to exist. And I just so.
I felt the same way, Lily B. I didn't know how to. Let me just say this. I did not know how to exist on the planet without my mother. Mama ain't here? Oh, that's some bullshit for real. I ain't got nobody I can count on. Oh, who I'm gonna tell my secrets to? I don't trust none of these people out here. My mama know everything. My dirt, my good, my bad, my slimy. My mama know everything. Oh, I can't share that with people like that. So I really get it. But I'm gonna tell you something, Lily, how I was able to switch it around. I was so sad all the time, and it would just come in waves and take me over. And I had a coach at the time, and what he said to me was this: you're having a hard time because you're focusing on the loss of your mother rather than the love of your mother. And so every time I would get sad, I would think about how much my mother loved me. I get the Holy Ghost spirit because my mother loved me from the Rudy to the Tootie and back up again. That's how much my mother was the only girl. And all she wanted in life was a girl, right? And so once I start focusing on the love of my mother and remembering her, and I made it from there, losing my soul, to here because of my mother. Because when I lost everything, including my mind, the first thing I can hear my mother say, I can hear my mother say, Mom, we always ate together. Mom, why you not eating today? Because I'm on a fast. Why you fasting, Mom? Because baby, when you got a stronghold over your life, you got to fast so you can release it. So immediately when I started going through, I went on a fast because it had a stronghold on me and I couldn't break it. Right. So I could hear my mother, my mother taught me the spirit of study. Right. The spirit of study. So I knew I had to start to study because I had lost it. So I started studying spiritual principles real deeply. And this is how I got led to the Course in Miracles, because I started re-examining who I was. I've been a Buddhist since I was 19, but my roots are Christianity. So when I went back in, it was Christianity. I'm like, am I a Buddhist? Am I a Christian? What the hell? Confused. And one day I was doing a walking meditation, and that's how I talked to spirit. And it was like, listen, you believe in reincarnation? Yeah, I do. Okay, great. So listen, you walked with the Buddha and you walked with Christ. You've always walked with the masters. And then when I got that, I was like, oh, bet. It ain't Christ, it ain't Buddha, it's the masters. So then I went into who are the masters? And boy,
I was just thinking it.
was there some masters out there.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of master, lots of goddess, lots of things you can draw and pull your strength and energy from. So that's all I want to share.
Ashe.
Lily, I don't know if that
I
helped you.
appreciate it.
Okay,
Yes,
did that help you? Focus on your love of your mother and how
I
much your
need
mother
some
loves.
names. Give me some names.
Mama, oh girl,
Gloria
you know my mama's.
Gary.
What's your mother's name, Lily?
My mother's name is Gloria Gary.
Gloria Gary. Yeah,
Yes.
my mother's name is, you'll never forget it, Elizabeth. That's why I'm here. Yeah,
and
my
Mama
mama.
Sandra.
Yeah, my mama brought me here.
My mama's name is, call her Mama Jean the Queen.
Mama Jean.
Danny Jean.
Mama.
Yeah. And
And you gotta
and
put,
Lily, yes, this is fresh for me as well. My mother transcending in February. And so Sunday would be our day. If my mother had 6 children, she said, I give you a day of rest. She said, but every day, 6 days, somebody better call me. And so if I didn't call her through the week, I know Sunday was my day. And I would sit on my porch, and after she transcend, I'll sit on my porch and I reach for the phone because it was my ritual to do every Sunday. So I would reach for the phone, and it's like, oh, yeah. And we would talk. We would catch up from the week, and we would just talk. And I would have my tea, of course. And so I had posted one time in my group, wow, I finally found my day that it really hits me, and it's Sunday. That's my emotional day that I can feel myself swelling up. During my mother transcending, I thought I would be a ball of tears. I thought I'd be a mess. But that was, again, the most beautiful time and great study and understanding of this thing called death transcending, moving on. So I said to myself, talking to my sisters, we share things. We have a family text, and it's like our grief text that we can go in and say, oh, wow, I feel it today about mom. And we encourage each other, and we lift each other up. So I went into our little text and I said, wow, I found my day that I get so emotional, and that's on a Sunday. And so I said, so this is what I'm doing. I'm having tea with mother. She's sitting right here with me. I said, we're having this good conversation, and we just, but of course my family, they like, you talk, huh? What? You won't understand. And hey, I don't have time to teach that. I said, you just know.
Right.
And so Sundays I hurry and get my cup, and I sit on the porch and I wait, and I get my little pencil and paper, and we commute and we conversate. She was the person like the other queen said that you run to for, in my age, I'm in my 6th decade, but it didn't matter. That was mother. And she, even the answers I knew she was going to say, just by her saying it, it was like, thou shall be done. Okay, I got my answer. Even though I know it, but when mom said it, it was like, yes. And so I would sit there and I would get my answers. I still get my answers. Working in her yard here, I was telling someone the other day, there's a little white butterfly. And when I came to work in mom's garden, the butterfly was down on the grass as I kneeled. And I said, wow, it's not afraid of me. It didn't run away. And I said, oh, mom, that's you. So I include my mom. She's with me. I said, mom, you ain't never been to yoga, but we're going to do some yoga today. Come on, girl.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
How you say you wear your armor or your amulets or your, how they say your Superman bag, emblem. I wear my
mojo bag. Yeah.
Hey, wear my mom. We go everywhere. We do everything together. I embrace my office, and I put her there. I said, mom, you got to help me out here with some of this. She's included. That shell is gone. We miss that shell, but the spirit lives on.
Yeah. Ashe.
The spirit lives on.
Ashe.
This is my mom.
All right. All right, Queen Adoni.
My mom.
Yes, come on, mamas. Wait a minute, let me go get my mom.
Hey, now you starting me. Let me go get my
My
mama.
mom,
Let me go
Lily.
get my mom.
Yeah, my
Hey.
sister just sent this yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
It might
She
be
drew that?
mine. She took a
No, this is a
picture.
caricature.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. I feel it.
Come
Oh,
on, mamas. It's Mama's Day.
beautiful.
It's Mama's Day. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at your mom. Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Evelyn, she's beautiful. All these mothers are
She
just
look like she getting ready to go take care of some business.
wait, I thought Omani was about to pull her mama a picture out from under. I said, you keep her real close.
You funny.
I'll have to say that's Pam's, that Star's mommy too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Isn't it nice to know you got people that came from the same place you came from? I think that's so wonderful.
Yeah. And it's important that I came first.
I'm an oldest too.
I don't
I'm
know.
an oldest too.
I don't know if y'all can see. Yeah, see?
Where
Yes.
mom at? Move
That's
her. Yeah, I see it then down there. Come
Oh,
on, Mama
wow.
Jean. Come on, Mama Jean.
that's Mama
Yes.
Jean when she was
Beautiful.
18.
Wow.
This Mama
I
Jean.
will. We may be
Mama Jean.
related because my mother name is Jean too.
Ah.
That's my
Come
mama.
on, Mama Jean. Look at Mama Jean over there. You better
That's
get on in
Melba
here.
Jean. That's Melba Jean right
Yeah,
there.
Come on
there you
with it.
go. So you carry your mother with you. Your mother is there. She
Yeah.
just don't. She just shed that shell. Your mama. You know what? I told someone. I said, "Dang, I feel more crowded than ever. Like somebody's right here with me." You know. I
Yeah.
do.
Look, when you getting ready, Mom Howard, when you getting ready to do something that you know you might not necessarily be need, they still didn't. Now you tell yourself. Now you know your mama wouldn't let you do nothing like that.
Mama Hetheru, let me tell you, I lately, since she have transcended, I'm a stickler about, I put on something, I don't care. Spirit say put the pink and the green and the purple and I do that. And I get ready to walk out the door. My mom said, "Oh, you know not gonna look like that. Get on back in there, change." So she with me, and she's my mother. When you walk in her house, you smell the pine sol, the Murphy oil. It's clean. You smell this clean. I've been trying to clean, and I sat down one day and I said, "Mama, I'm sorry, I'm never going to clean like you. So forget it." You know, she trying to make me clean. I'm like, "Lady, I can't clean like you." I say, "I just can't do it. You had that, you know."
Look, that wasn't my job. That wasn't my role. That wasn't my role.
Well, Queens, it's 10:05.
Okay.
Oh.
Let me
Well,
just
thank
say
you so
real
much,
quick.
ladies.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, Lily B, experience what you experience. Release what you need to release and open up your heart because your mommy, she probably got a little message sitting there for you and you might not see it. They can be animals, they can be
Oh,
rocks,
I
they can be
always
car.
see
Okay. Okay.
it.
Good.
Birds, deer, goats,
Yes. Okay.
every animal. She made us outside when we didn't want her outside. Hey, get out this house now.
They
Y'all
put
keep
you
running
out
in and
there.
out.
Yeah.
So
Turning
that's
Get
around,
why
out
go
you
on the
there.
always
water.
at the water.
Going outside.
That's your mom. Come on.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I got it.
My mom and my dad, gardeners, foragers, all that.
All right.
I
And
say.
then I got her right here. So this is my
Who's that?
mom's mom. So
What's her
my
name?
mother's mom.
Her
Her name
name?
is Ruth Gary.
Hi, Mama Ruth Gary.
Grandma,
Sending
they
you
said
love.
hello.
Yes.
They said
Woo.
hello.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Say to our
I've been
elders.
taking care
I
of her
say, I
for about
say.
maybe 5 or 6 years. So this is my mom's mom.
Oh,
Your
that's
grandmother?
It's that, pardon me?
Wow.
I just said your grandmother?
Yes.
Wow.
The grand. You hear that? The grand.
Wow.
That's
Yep.
a whole nother subject.
That's beautiful.
So this is another
Oh.
way. This is a surefire way to stay connected. Plus, it don't really help that I look a lot like my mom. So Yeah,
Mhm.
my nieces like for me to, they bring me lipsticks and stuff because they say they give me lipstick when they want to see my mama.
Uh,
Oh, that's
mhm.
cute.
That's okay. You stay close to grandmama because grandmama has things to say, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, she says a lot of stuff. She's going
and
through
I write down their messages because
dementia right
she's
now.
in the era, but that's okay. No, no,
Write
no.
it down. Write it down.
Talking. You know,
That's it.
she's talking to the
You know what?
ancestors now.
And you know what?
All the
There's that
Telling
word,
time.
her, go,
dementia.
she's talking to your mom. She's talking.
Me and my
There you go. There you go.
She's talking.
Dementia.
She's
Don't
talking
say
to
she
people.
got, don't say it. Don't ever say it again that she got dementia. She's in her dimension right now, you know?
Woo!
Right.
Talk about
Yes. Woo!
Yes,
There
yes.
you go.
She got
There
something
you
to say
go.
when she's at the era. She got something to say when she want to say it. She'll say it.
Yep.
If not,
Yeah.
she got the privilege and the right not to connect with you. She's in
Yes.
her world, right? Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel it. Yes, yes.
dimension.
Yeah.
She's in her dimension.
She's
Yeah,
in her dimension.
absolutely.
Man, that's it. How you say
Yeah.
how the queen said the words you can put, look up dimension, look up how you say the numbers or
The root word and the numerology. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and Lily,
Um
we are kissing the tears away from your eyes right now, okay? We're kissing
that's
them.
tears of joy, baby.
Yeah,
That's
they
all right.
always
Kissing
come
them.
down like
Mm-hmm.
this.
That's a
It always
cleansing.
happen like this.
Put them
That's,
in your plant. Put them in your plants.
that's
Oh
it.
yeah, I got a
But-
ton of plants.
But it's tears are what? It comes out of the body.
Cleansing.
It is a cleansing.
Yeah.
You just have a moment that it cleansed that heart. So that's
Yeah, 'cause
okay. Mhm.
when her transitioning happened, we didn't do anything. I didn't have time to do this. I was all the business side. I'm the head. When she was alive. I've been the head. Everybody go to get Lily. Da 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 da. So I didn't really have time to do that. So the main feeling I felt was numb and empty. So now, not my emotions. Even when I don't want to cry, my nose will start running first. Like, girl, something gonna drip.
You have your moment because we all do. I still do. I have that little
Yep.
moment. But then again, because you're allowed to, because
Absolutely.
it's an emotion that's there that we're supposed to utilize and use.
Mhm.
But then to control it and say, "Ooh, okay, I get
Yep.
back to this." Just
Absolutely.
something to keep the soldiering on.
Well, I've always said that, excuse me, when I think about my mom and I want to get teary-eyed or something, I just think of something stupid she did and just bust out laughing, just.
There you go. Laughter.
Oh, I love
Laughter.
your
That's
mom.
right.
Okay,
Queen
you
of
guys,
Junie. I
we're gonna
love
get
your
out of
mom.
here. We love
Okay.
our peace.
Yes.
And
Peace
we're
and love.
going to be with our
Yes. Thank
peace.
you
This was a good
for all the encouraging
Tuesday.
words,
Gonna
you
walk
guys.
with
It
them
was
today.
beautiful. Thank
All right.
you. It's a
I'm gonna
good day
put
to
my
have a good
phone
day,
number.
ladies. Let's
I'm gonna
do
put my
that.
phone number.
Tomorrow we have I think his name is Brother Ife. He was on before.
Yes.
He's our first brother that came on. And
Yes.
yeah, he's going to share with us. Let me see what she said, because she told me.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm about to get it right here.
Yes, they're getting ready to open on 2 hours.
Okay.
So, Mama Howard, can you put your number in the chat so I can contact you?
All righty.
Okay, so it says, see, world prosperity. Okay, let me see. Grand Rising, Empress Bay. Okay, this is him writing her. I thoroughly enjoyed a review of your program from last Wednesday. I look forward to joining this week. If it is possible to join you, it was indeed a phenomenal experience, and I look forward to sharing a bit with the group. I have invited many women within my inner circle. I will be joining by my selected mentee, Linda Johnson. Okay, who is a doctor doctoral scholar and executive whom God has guided me to appoint as CEO to my 501c3. This will be an enlightening conversation for both of us. To God be the glory, honor, and praise as we reflect on the failing promises of the American experiment to our community. Thanks. So it's very, very good. Tomorrow. Okay. No. You'll be sharing. Okay. It says, meanwhile, let the sisters know we will have Easy back. This is her telling me to tell y'all. This Wednesday, sharing musical healing with us. What notes and status sounds correspond to what organs? Be there or be square, she says.
Oh, okay. I know. I remember. Yes. Be there. I'm telling you.
Be there or be
I remember
square.
now. Yeah. You know, she's going to bring that music in. And I got an assignment too. I forgot. Thank you. Now I can go do my homework.
All right. Well, we
All
will
right.
talk to you all later. Love you. And I'll see you sometime today. What time are you going to go over there, Hetheru?
I don't know. When I get my order in order, I'm gonna be on my bike and on my way. I don't know what time it is, but I'm gonna do it soon.
All right. Connect with me. Connect with me. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll do. All right.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Bye-bye.